So I'm really into fishing, and I saw a need for high quality fishing and boating accessories in the industry, and it allows me to use my skills from the past and the present to really bring this industry to fruition where there is a lack of high quality fishing and boating accessories. In high school, I wasn't the best student. Classes were tough. I liked to goof off a lot. I made life tough for myself. But once I got into the drafting program, kind of settled my mind down, kind of kept me from being the class clown all the time, kind of let me focus and use some skills and actually put them to the test. Most people coming out of high school really know what they want to do. They've got something laid out career-wise, but what really set it off was I got picked up by a local architecture firm for an internship to go drafting for them. I went from being a no-good kid just doing some basic drafting to being picked up by a well-known architecture firm, building multi-million-dollar homes, huge shopping malls, and all the big stuff. I stepped into some shoes I never thought I would fill. In 2008, the housing market crashed. Nobody was building anything. Nobody had any money. Boss man came up to me one day and said, I don't have any money to pay you. So I looked into the Army, saw that word, combat engineer. I said, this is me. I'm gonna go build stuff. As soon as I got to Fort Stewart, Georgia, I was handed a piece of paper, said, we're leaving in 2 weeks. We're headed to Baghdad, Iraq. I said, man, this is gonna be fun. So I thought. Got there, first class we went to was route clearance, engineering route clearance. I said, wow, this is unique. What's this about? Well, what it is you're gonna drive down the road and you're gonna look for bombs that may be hitting in the ground, or they may be hidden in a tree or bridge. They can be hidden anywhere. It's your job. You're now an engineer to go find these bombs and dispose of them. I said, wow, sounds a lot different than the engineer I was used to. I thought we were gonna be making stuff, not finding stuff that might make us. So it was a lot different, a lot different. During that deployment, I got hit with a couple of explosives in the vehicle I was riding. Lost a lot of feeling in my arms, got some vertebrae messed up in my neck. So that set me back a little bit. Second deployment comes around, things had calmed down a lot. The engineer side wasn't much to do. So what I got tasked to do was build some barracks out of an old Iraqi military police station. The guys brought in a truckload of wood, plywood, and 2x4s. Said, we heard you was an engineer. We want you to build us some barracks for all the soldiers here. I lined up all my soldiers. We got it done in a couple days. Everybody had their own room, doors with hinges, water bottles that would make the doors close with weighted doors. Everybody thought it was the coolest thing ever. Patting me on the back. Man, you really know what you're doing, So, well, that architecture degree finally paying off. Transition out of the military was probably the toughest thing I've ever challenged in my life, mentally and physically. Went to work with a local cabinet firm in town here. They had a CNC machine, and I had a little small CNC machine at the time at the house, a little 24 by 24, just something to play around with, something trying to learn some skills, test myself. And they had a big 4x8 they had bought. And I was like, man, I want to learn with you. He was like, nah, I don't touch my machine. Don't mess with it, just step away. And I was watching over there while I was working, trying to learn, just watching. Now to just see the programming side of it, this guy didn't know how to draw, and I knew how to draw. And I was trying to tell him, look, man, let me help you. He's like, nah, I don't want you to teach me nothing. I said, all right, well, fine then. I'm gonna go do this on my own. Didn't know if I was gonna do it on my own or not, just bluffing, just trying to call his bluff. And he did. He said, all right, you can have it your way. So I got technically fired, quit, whatever you wanna call it. Didn't know what to do, left high and dry, on my own again. Got a phone call one day from the old place my mom used to work. Mom passed away in 2005. This is 2018. She said, we've been trying to get a hold of you. We have a life insurance check we'd like to get to you. Asked her, I said, how much is it? Is it even worth messing with? She said, yes, sir. You definitely want to contact us back. About a month later, I got a check in the mail, $30,000. I literally cried that day. I went from a 12 by 12 shop to what I'm sitting in now because of that check. I wanted to make it happen, but I just didn't have those funds. That miracle showed up that day. And I was able to build this shop I'm sitting in, and I was able to get my first full-size 4x8 industrial CNC. It was a game changer. At that time, my buddy, the boat maker out of High Point, said, man, here's some parts. I'd love for you to start making some parts for me. And it was just, things fell into place. He came up to me one day, he said, have you ever thought about making this, this, and this for the fishing industry? He said, there's nothing like it on the market. No, I hadn't really even thought about it. I was, had wood in my mind, just wood products, wood stuff. So you need to look into this. There's nobody doing this. He's been in the industry for a long time. He knew about it. So this is your opportunity. So with that 30 grand, I built this shop, got that first CNC, and I went all in. The fishing side of stuff was doing really well. My seat post rod racks, my cutting boards, all my fishing accessories, the tool holders, the custom ideas like the bait boy bait tray, some of the hidden rod storage that people hadn't thought of yet. All those ideas were really booming on the shelves, but I was having a hard time reaching the right market for those products. Marketing was slacking. So last year, I got invited by the Clayton Chamber of Commerce to join a Launch Joco business program. 20 individuals, you had to be a business owner within the county, and they pretty much teach you all the backside basics besides how to make your product, which I was good at that part, but all the other stuff is where I was slacking. So I did that program for 6 months. The second 6 months, you had a mentor, and graduated that program in November. Once I graduated that program, he gave me the confidence and the knowledge to really take FatFish Designz to the next level. Now we're able to do so much more custom work, from meeting clients individually to bring their ideas from chicken scratch to a full custom product is really where FatFish Designz shines. Custom work is our specialty. All ideas, all shapes, all sizes, multi-materials, not just starboard plastic, not just wood. We can do aluminum, we can cut foam, we can cut sea-deck foam flooring for boat floors. There's so many options out there besides just the fishing products. And now that I've had the ShopSabre CNC for over a year, it's really opened my mind onto all the new materials and techniques that are out there for things that I hadn't thought of yet. I really want to learn how to do some foam work, some 3D foam signage this year. I want to learn how to cut a lot more than starboard. Obviously now I cut starboard, cut wood, all kinds of acrylics and different plastics and whatnot. But with this machine and the technology built into it, I really want to use it to its full advantage and take my mind and take it to the next level, do a lot more 3D type stuff, use the laser engraver a little more, and just set FatFish Designz apart from the crowd with the technology that we got sitting beside of us. At FatFish Designz, we built up quite a bit of reputation in the fishing and boating community. It's amazing when I look back, when I first started, I was the fisherman. Now I'm making the stellar products for the fishermen. I look way back at my dad. He had an old rod rack built onto the front of his truck. I'd love to make that same rod rack for him today, just out of starboard. It's taken a lot for FatFish Designz to get to this point. I'm so grateful for where I am, where I've been, and what I've learned over the past. From the beginning in the high school drafting classes, to being the end, to being the final boss. It's all amazing. It's all a great journey, and I owe it all to the ShopSabre CNC.